What up, GLYFE Nation, and welcome to the review of Wulong Fallen Dynasty. Team Ninja has breathed new life into the classic Romance of Three Kingdoms tale with this latest release. Wulong Fallen Dynasty is an action RPG with Souls-like gameplay. Renowned for their work on the Ninja Gaiden franchise, and even more recently, Nioh 1 and 2, Team Ninja has taken the age-old drama to the next level by infusing it with fast-paced combat in a dark fantasy setting. The game is available now for $59.99 on Xbox Series S or X, Xbox One, PlayStation 4 or 5, and on PC via Windows and Steam. And for all you Xbox Games Pass members, you can play this day one on both PC and console. Due to the additional co-op features that Wulong Fallen Dynasty has, players are encouraged to dive into this with a squad. Team Ninja has made significant upgrades to the co-op systems for Wulong Fallen Dynasty, not only compared to Nioh, but for any Souls-like game. But before players can access these co-op features, they must defeat the first boss, Zhanliang, solo. He is much harder than anything players will face in the game for quite a while, and he's not meant to be beaten. Expect an even tougher challenge going back to replay the first level in co-op, where the cinematics can't save you. I understand the level of development required for console to PC cross-platform is high, but it's really disappointing that Xbox Games Pass players on PC cannot co-op with their Steam friends on PC. In this current generation of technology, crossplay should be standard, as displayed by the Wild Hearts release. Aside from all that, Wulong Fallen Dynasty has some of the best co-op play for this genre to date. Players can join with up to 3 friends and play seamlessly through the entire storyline campaign and side quests. There are some limitations that include managing their hub once they unlock it and upgrading their reinforcement system. Aside from this, co-op in this game is off the hook. Team Ninja wants players to understand the spirit deflect system before sending them off into the wild. Executing these deflects creates rewards in the combat system that lead to dope offensive animations and more. Enemies and bosses can get staggered or even put into a stun state, allowing players to put up big damage on the target. Dodging or blocking will stop the damage, but offer no reward, and it adds meter to your defensive spirit gauge. Players are going to live and die by the spirit gauge. If they go red, then they get stunned and they can't spirit deflect. If they stay nice and blue, they can execute spirit attacks and major martial arts moves. And this is only melee combat. The Wizardry Spell system takes this game to a whole new level. Essentially, they're tech trees for the 5 different schools of magic, which they call phases. Earning ki throughout the battlefields will allow you to level up this system. If you die, don't forget to go back and get revenge on the same enemy to get your ki points back. In these spell phase tech trees, you will find everything from frostbolts to damage power-ups and defensive cooldowns. This system adds some serious MMORPG vibes to the game. It really allows you to adjust your playstyle for either co-op or solo. You can even make adjustments on the fly mid-map if you need something for a certain encounter using the battle set options. It's a super flexible system that makes combat more dynamic and unique. Finally, you have your Divine Beast, which is essentially a super move. These are earned as you progress through the story and power up off a separate meter. Each beast has 2 abilities and can be swapped out as needed. Morale is your most important stat or power-up meter. It determines the difference in strength between you and your enemies. You can cap morale out at 25 per battlefield, which is ideal for strong end bosses. You can increase your morale dramatically by landing martial art moves, spirit attacks, or fatal strikes. Don't get it twisted though, you can lose it just as fast as you get it by getting hit by a spirit attack or dying. You will need to mark and cap battle flags to raise your fortitude, which allows your morale to never fall beneath its level. The revenge system also works with morale, so make sure to go back and kill any enemies that killed you to gain it back. But it's all for no worries, because when you pull the final boss of a battlefield, your morale will reset to normal every time. I really like the extra thought process this adds. It makes clearing the map worthwhile aside from just gaining loot. Gear in this game can be a bit tedious. I don't like having to fish for loot in this type of genre. This is due to some of the martial art skills and enhancements that are not changeable on an item. There is a little bit of flexibility with the embedment system that allows you to change some of these enhancements, but even then, I feel like I'm on a constant mission trying to find the same weapon with better martial art skills. Your phase spec will be based on your weapon's grades and work in unison with that system. And of course, there are also some extra slots for ranged weapons and accessories. Overall, I do like the system and the flexibility it offers to create your own playstyle. Is the game actually hard? I would say yes, but playing alone will make it much more difficult. In co-op, you can actually resurrect your squad members a few times before it gets too fast to reach. This mechanic alone makes the game so much easier. Personally, I think this game is best played in a squad of 3. That's where you're going to get the most fun out of this game. Honestly, I'm not even sure if I would have finished this game playing alone. When you beat it, there is a plus mode that allows you to get the endgame gear and play through the story again in a harder format. There is also a PvP mode that allows you to crash into other players' games and kill them. So there is some replayability here, but it's going to be more of the same. And the story itself is pretty engaging, but I don't see myself playing through it again. But if you are into the Romance of Three Kingdoms type games, you will love it. It's full of well-produced cinematics that reintroduce familiar friends and foes. I might dive into some PvP though, we'll see. Thanks for tuning in to the review of Wulong Fallen Dynasty on PC. Peace out, GLYFE Nation.